to my office a week and a half ago or so, a bit shaking, kind of like she is right now, and it's okay if there. And she said, Pastor, I don't know what to make of this. And this is what she shared with me. What happened? Would you be kind to share with the congregation what happened?
I will. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you for the words you've said before. Yes, the Holy Spirit is with me right now. The Holy Spirit is with each of you right now. Many of us have been on this 41 days journey. I am partnered with a person I never knew before and who is not here today. She lives far away. But we had been traveling through the first, I think we were about 2.5 weeks into the study. We were drawing a lot of comfort, a lot of excitement into this walk with God. And we had given each other the courage to wake up in the morning and ask for the Holy Spirit to give us the baptism of the character of Christ that we could share as we went throughout the day. Preface to what happened in my volunteering. I'm in the library. I'm just about the end of my shift and went into the restroom, as we often do. And as I was ready to leave, there was a woman at one of the sinks, terribly, terribly agitated. I couldn't see her except from the back, and she was throwing water all over her face. She was almost shouting, I hate doctors, I hate doctors, I hate this, I hate that, I hate. That's all I was hearing was hate. And I kept hearing the word spirit in this talk. I have been a nurse, I've been a caregiver, but most of all, I'm a Christian, and I couldn't walk out that door. I needed to calm her down, to help her to get into a better state of mind and to see what kind of help she needed, because she kept flooding her face. She felt that acid was burning her. I do a lot of hands-on things, as you see and know, and I do a lot of praying inside. This was beyond what I could calm her down. It did begin to work as I began to help her with the water to slowly. But then I saw some terrible, terrible scarring, and I have been a nurse and I've seen problems, but terrible old bunched up scars covered by her hair somewhat. And I began to see some new scarring and even blood on her arms. I didn't really know what on earth I was seeing, what had happened. And I asked her, as she did begin to calm down, if we could pray together. And that seemed to set her off again. And so I felt we'd better get out of the bathroom and get out into where there were other people possibly. And they all disappeared. But we stood for another probably 5 to 10 minutes. It felt like an hour outside that door. And it still needed a lot of hands-on. It needed a lot of internal praying. She calmed at one point, and she said to me, "What church do you go to?" It was just like right out of the blue. And at that point, I got scared, because I do know that bad things happen. I felt it was a very bad thing going on. I began to look at her more closely. Her hair was matted. She was rather hysterical. And I don't know, I just said, I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. I go to the Palm Desert Oasis Church with the 3 angels outside. I actually looked around to see if she was here this morning. I'm sharing this with you because we did pray finally together. She walked away, and went back into where I volunteered, towards where I volunteer, and then she just disappeared. And the person that volunteers with me believes in karma and et cetera, not God. And she says, "Where'd she go? What's happening?" Well, at that point, I realized I was dealing with a power higher than I have ever physically dealt with before. I had to pray with Pastor down the line. We had to work on it. I still don't know if that had any effect on her, because she may have been just filled with evil, needing help. I don't know if I could have done any more. I don't think I could. But I very much, this morning, have the breastplate protecting my heart, myself, in our experiences. We go forward and get the courage to share, and the Holy Spirit is moving in this church. And some of you have known me years and years ago. Holy Spirit, come.
Yes.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Farah. Thank you so much. Thank you.